So a woman recently tweeted something on her Twitter account, Jill Camino. I think that's how you say it. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. So long story short, which is actually a pretty short story. So this woman was carjacked, right? She was hurt, and you would think, right, when you get carjacked, you would call the police, you would go to the hospital, get that taken care of. I really wouldn't go on social media and tell people, but apparently she went on social media and told everybody and had to make a political statement. You know, how deranged do you have to be to get carjacked and then go on Twitter and call out Trump saying, hey, we don't need you at Chicago. We don't need you over here. Get out of here.
Listen to me. We don't talk like that. We don't say things like that. You understand? Do you understand?
Okay, sorry. Forget about it. So basically,
you would never catch me getting injured and then calling out a politician. You would never see that from me ever. So when this happened, she instantly deleted the tweet, and I guess she deleted her account, but then it's back up and it's blocked now. You have to be like a special member or something like that to see her post. So I don't know what's going on with that. There's two sides to this story. So I was wondering who this lady was. Maybe she was like an activist for the Democrats or something like that, which would be understandable because a tweet like that, you'd have to be pretty crazy to do something like that. Get this. I'm not making this up. She does freaking car reviews, dude. She gets new cars and does reviews on them. And the comments are absolutely hilarious. She's not taking no accountability. She's saying that it's the far-right MAGA Republicans attacking her, which is like, come on now. She does car reviews and she got carjacked. I'm just wondering if she was recording a video and she caught this on camera. I wonder if we'll ever see the video of this happening.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
Don't get me wrong, it really sucks when you get robbed. It's the worst thing ever. It feels like, you know, you feel like less of a person because somebody came and invaded your privacy and took something of yours, which I completely understand. But you can't take somebody seriously when they get carjacked and they try to virtue signal about Trump on Twitter right after. So she has a pretty decent following. She has almost 5,000 subscribers and her views are pretty consistent, to say the least. So, you know, she's a small-time YouTuber, and she does this for a living. She does car reviews. She actually has a podcast that talks about cars and stuff. And surprise, surprise, a couple of them she's talking about Trump and the tariffs. And she also has an Instagram, and she also has a TikTok. She has a lot more following on TikTok. I still hate TikTok because they ban me, so they suck. You know, delete your account on TikTok. Yeah, I'm anti-TikTok on here. But all jokes aside, when I was watching some of her videos to kind of like get an understanding of what she does for a living, I noticed on her hand that she has a ring. So she's married. Somebody marry this person. She is married to somebody. And the funny part is, she tweeted about Trump, and she doesn't even do this for a living. Like, she doesn't talk about politics or anything like that. But yeah, she did this weird random tweet about Trump. It just doesn't make sense. And then she got a backlash from it and deleted her account or blocked it or whatever. It's non-existent no more, that tweet. But guess what? When someone screenshots it and shares it all over the internet, it's there forever. I did a little bit of investigation myself, so you know, you should go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Just the fact that I went and took a couple hours out of my day to investigate this woman. She's not interesting, to say the least, to be 100% honest. She just talks about cars. If you're into that kind of stuff, cool, but it's not a very interesting thing to talk about. And trust me, I talk about boring things all the time on this channel. So this is her Instagram, and she shares a photo of her husband, and she's saying, wishing my amazing hubby a happy birthday. And this was like a couple years ago. So this is what this man looks like. Looks like a total liberal, to say the least. He looks like a total person who's liberal. I don't want to discriminate by looking at somebody, but he kind of does. I did a little bit of looking around, and I found out that she has an old account. And before, I guess she's, from what I've heard from her, she's been doing this for a long time, like editing websites and stuff for these cars. And then she started doing YouTube recently, like a couple years ago. But when you look at an old personal account, you found out that her name was, I'm not joking, Girl in the Trunk. That's her freaking name. So get this. Before she became a car reviewer or whatever and started doing this for a living, she would just sit in trunks. So she likes to call herself a tiny person, and on her video on YouTube, if you want to check it out, that's the first thing she says. She says, I'm a tiny person. I can fit inside your trunk. Let's go ahead and sit inside some trunks.
While you are here, you are going to see me crawl around inside of vehicles. I am what they call a 5th percentile female, which means I'm about 5 feet tall.
She's just sitting in trunks right here. All these pictures, sitting in trunks. That was her whole shtick. Sitting in trunks. And obviously you can see from the views on the bottom, didn't really catch on. So she pivoted towards another direction. And that's all she did. This was her whole entire shtick. For years. For like 10 years, she was just sitting in trunks. That's all she did. So this person who used to sit in trunks became a car reviewer. You know, not a huge one, but she had a pretty decent following. That's what she did for a living. This is the lady that is calling out Trump, saying, hey, don't come down here. No type of political background at all. Just sitting in cars. That's all she did. Sit in cars because she's tiny. And it never caught on because now she's reviewing cars and she's doing a little bit better for herself. Which that's cool. If you try to start with something and it doesn't work out and you pivot and it starts working, that's great. But when you look at her account, I think this is like her personal account, and then she went to the other one that was blocked. So when you go down, you start seeing, hey, she's a total liberal. There's some other tweets that she has about mask mandates. January 6th. Sorry, some of these pictures are not available no more. See right here. This is for the mask mandates. She is a total liberal. And then, obviously, you keep on going down. She's literally sitting in trunks. And then she's talking about Trump. I know it rhymes too. So you just go down this page. And like I said, she's just tiny. That's her whole shtick. She's just tiny. She can sit in small spaces. She reposted something about anti-car theft. It's funny because she posted this and then she gets carjacked. Like literally like what? 6 years later. That's irony right there. And by the way, I went on this account. It was unlocked, but now it's locked. Like it's locked right now. So I literally got on here before she locked this account. Because maybe she had like a eureka moment of like, oh shoot, maybe I should block this account too. Because people won't snoop around on it and make a YouTube video like I am right now. But if you like just all this stuff. But anyway, I want to get to the very bottom of this. Because this is around the first time she started doing this. So this is like the genesis of this. She started just sitting behind the cars in 2013. So this was a while ago. And when I go down here, that's her husband, right? I'm not tripping, right? This is her husband. Because the people look very similar. The two guys look very similar. I look at this tweet and I see Brandon Thomas 80. Who is Brandon Thomas 80? Is this who this guy is? So I guess her husband is Brandon, and maybe the middle name's Thomas. I'm not 100% sure if her married name is Seminio, or that's her husband's last name. So I went ahead and put the name in the search engine right on Twitter, and all these people are replying to him. There's like no views though. It's just weird. You know, people are saying, hey, this is from Honda, you know, tagging Honda and stuff on here. So he was a car guy too. So I guess that's how they met. They're both car people. If you come down here, even the Chicago Cubs tweeted at him. And usually organizations, you have to be like pretty well known for organizations to tweet at you. And then Hyundai is tweeting at him. Edmunds is tweeting at him. So it seems like this guy was known in the car community, right? I can't find anything about this guy. I think her husband is Thomas. I think it's this guy right here, the one that we were just looking at right here. I don't know anything about him. It's very weird how she's like keeping him on the radar. I know like you want to keep her life professional and stuff. It's just weird how he's like just literally off the internet. So I don't know, but maybe some stuff will surface about it later on. So the summary of this story, this lady was just a car reviewer that kind of just got TDS and just went online and went on a rant about Trump for no reason whatsoever. Like I said, no rational person will get carjacked and go on the internet and complain about Trump. So in conclusion, this lady was just a car enthusiast. She loves cars. She loves reviewing them. She has a pretty decent following on social media. She's very private. You can't find anything about her other than she's married to a guy named Brandon that doesn't exist no more on the internet for some reason. And she just got a little infection in her brain from the TDS virus. And it's just funny to see that the TDS virus will just affect anybody, even car reviewers. This is literally a disease. Like, this should really be looked into if this is like really a disease. So go ahead and like this video if you liked it. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new. And like I said, if you guys like this video, I'll do more stuff like this. It was actually kind of fun to kind of dig into her background. And I'll see you guys in the next video.